Now we will start with the next topic of the chapter, that is work of sea waves and the landforms. Sea waves does the work of erosion, transportation and deposition. The erosional work of sea waves produces landforms like wave cut platform, sea caves, sea arches, sea cliff and sea stack. Whereas the transportational and depositional work of sea waves produces landforms like beaches, sandbars, and lagoons. Let us start with work of sea waves and the landforms. All of you might have gone to a beach and might have seen the sea waves coming on the seashore. So first of all, we will study what are sea waves. The up and down movement of water in the sea are known as sea waves. In coastal areas, sea waves carry out erosional, transportational and depositional work. Wind and tides causes the movement of seawater, and as a result, waves come to the coast. Because of the continuous hitting of the sea waves on the rocks become weak and erosion of rocks occur. The erosional work of sea waves. The erosional work of sea wave is a continuous battle between the sea waves and the rock surface. When the sea waves break at the coast, they bring with them water, transported stones, pebbles, and sand particles. This leads to the erosion of the coast, and because of this erosion, a wave cut platform is being formed. This is the wave cut platform. Erosion also occurs because of the chemical and hydraulic action. Because of the chemical action, the chemicals in these rocks get dissolved, leading to the erosion. We have studied it in the previous chapter in details. By hydraulic action, the moving water rub the rock surface, leading to erosion. Because of continuous hitting of the rocks by the sea waves, cracks develop in the rocks. You can see here how the cracks are being formed. Over time, these cracks becomes bigger and bigger, and you can see they form a cut over here. It is in the shape of a C. It starts getting inside and a sea cave is being formed. This is known as the sea cave. Why the name sea cave is being given? Because the shape is like a cave. The structure is of a cave. Now you can see this topmost part. This is known as the sea cliff. It is a steep face of the rock that is being formed due to the erosion by the destructive waves. The waves hit the topmost part and hence a sea cliff is being formed. Now we will study how a sea arc and a sea stack is being formed. Because of continuous hitting of the waves from both the sides, that is from the front side as well as from the back side of the sea cave, these rocks become weak and they start falling down, making a hollow in between. You can see it here in this picture, and this is known as a sea arc. The sea arc is further eroded because of the hitting of the waves. This part, the topmost part, it collapsed, forming a stack of rock. As you can see in this picture, this is the stack of the rock. It looks like a column of rock. All these landforms are shown in this figure in a sequence. First, cracks are formed, then sea cave, then sea arch, and finally a sea stack is being formed. Now we will study the transportational and depositional work of sea waves. The eroded material accumulate at the seabed. Because of tides, they keep on moving towards the coast and away from the coast. They become fine because of attrition and hitting each other. They get deposited at the places where the effect of wave is less. At such places, landforms like beaches, sandbars, and lagoons are formed. You can see all these images here below. One by one, we will study them in details. The first image is of a beach. A beach is a landform alongside a body of water which consists of loose particles. It is formed when wave deposits sand and gravels along the shoreline. The second image is of a sandbar. It is an area of sand gravels or fine sediments that sits above the water. The third image is of a lagoon. It is a shallow body of water separated from a larger body of water by barrier islands or reefs. Now, moving further to the last part of the lesson, that is work of groundwater and landforms. Groundwater does the work of erosion, transportation and deposition. The erosional work of groundwater produces landforms like sinkholes and limestone caves, whereas the transportational and depositional work of groundwater produces landforms like stalactite and stalagmite. Now we will start with work of groundwater and landforms. First of all, we will study what is groundwater. The raindrops seeps below the surface of the earth through porous rocks or cracks in the rocks. These water accumulate in the non-porous layers of the rocks and get collected. This is called as groundwater. Now we will study the erosional work of groundwater. Groundwater erodes rocks beneath the ground surface. The soluble minerals in the rocks get dissolved and flow in the groundwater. The landforms like sinkholes and limestone caves are formed due to the erosional work of groundwater. You can see these landforms in this slide. The first picture is of a sinkhole. A sinkhole is a landform produced mainly in limestone region due to erosion. It is mostly formed in the rocks which contain limestone. The second picture is of a limestone cave. They are formed by the dissolution of limestone. Rainwater picks up carbon dioxide from the air as it percolates through the soil. This slowly dissolves out the limestone, leading to fractures, and some of them become enlarged enough to form caves. Now we will study the transportational and depositional work of groundwater. When the groundwater evaporates or the volume of soluble mineral is more than the solubility of the groundwater, the deposition of dissolved materials start. The landforms such as stalactites and stalagmites are formed due to transportational and depositional work of groundwater. You can see this in this picture. Stalactite and stalagmites are pillars formed from alkaline deposits in the cave in limestone areas. Salt brought by flowing groundwater deposit in the caves when water evaporates. When alkali deposit, pillars start growing either from the roof down or floor up of the cave. Those which grow from the roof towards the floor are called stalactites, while those which grow from the ground towards the roof are called stalagmites. Moving to the last topic of the lesson, that is groundwater table. First of all, we'll see what is groundwater table. The upper surface of the water accumulated below the ground is called the water table. The factors affecting the groundwater table are: number 1, porosity of rocks, second, amount of rainfall, and third one is the seasons. The water table is closer to the ground during the rainy season while it is deeper in the summer.